What up, y'all? I'm back with a different video. And in this video, I want to talk about the pain or the suffering that you might be going through right now. Don't worry about the towel on my head. I just washed my hair, and I know you're supposed to use a shirt instead of a towel, but I don't care. I want to talk about the pain you might be going through. A lot of times when you're in between a phase in your life and you're experiencing a lot of pain, a lot of confusion, a lot of hurt, you tend to think that that pain and that confusion lasts forever because what's going on in your reality at that moment is so potent and strong that it gives the illusion that this is how life will be forever, or that your emotions are so invested within that situation at that point in time that you can't look past it. But I'm here to tell you, if you sit through the storm, things will get better. The storm does not last forever. And once you sit through this storm, it will make you stronger for the next one. Because oftentimes in life, we like to view life as in terms of an end goal, and it's never an end goal. You might reach a certain goal that you believe was going to bring you to happiness that you've been chasing, but it doesn't. You have to embody that happiness, embody that emotional state, and not attach it to a goal, not attach it to a certain outcome, not attach it to a material possessions, because oftentimes that's why you see billionaires or people that are famous, people we consider to be successful, even though success is a subjective, and everyone has the right to define their own meaning of success. Anyways, you see these people that we deem successful, oftentimes not happy, oftentimes trying to kill themselves, oftentimes living terrible lives in their mental and emotional state while having all these accolades and possessions and material items. So reaching something that is outside of yourself is not the answer to curing whatever you have going on internally. With that being said, if you sit through the storm, if you take the time to reflect, if you take the time to look at yourself and slow down, you will get to the other side of the storm and realize that it didn't last forever and it wasn't bad as you thought. And this takes way more time, but you will one day look back on it and realize that you needed that for your development, for where you are currently. Look at how far you've come and all the things that have happened that have made you the person you are. And imagine someone took away one thing and that shifted your trajectory so much to the point where you're not even the person you are right now. And if you're not proud of the person you are right now, then that means take the time to reflect. Sit through the storm. And yeah, the storm does not last forever. I like to resort back to this quote that I've read. I forget who it's from, so I'm not gonna um, quote it exactly the way he said it, but it goes something along the lines of, your pain is the breaking of the shell that encloses your understanding. It is the bitter potion by which the physician within you heals its sick self. So sit, so trust the physician within you and drink the remedy in peace and tranquility. Meaning, your body, your internal state already knows the pain, the transformation that you're going through. The only thing you need to do, is sit here, let the internal doctor do his job, take the remedy, sit through the storm, and things will get better. But the other side of that is, if you don't sit through the storm, if you don't let your internal doctor do his job, then you're stuck in a loop of mistakes that you keep making. You're stuck in an emotional state, you're stuck in a mental state, and you see all these deja vus, and you see all these reoccurring doors. You see people that go to jail back to back, doing the same crimes. You see people getting in relationships that are toxic, and they get out of one toxic relationship and go to the next. And then they blame whoever partner they were with, instead of taking the time in between relationships, sitting through the storm, sitting through the lonely phases, and analyzing what are the patterns that are within the partners that I am choosing. What decisions am I making to get myself landed back in jail? You know, and even more of a common problem is people that stay in jobs that they dislike, and that used to be me. When you have a source of comfort from a job, or just feeling like, wow, this is not what I want to do, it's okay for now. And when you get in that state of mind where you're just comfortable, you don't feel the need to make change. And until shit hit the fan, you will not realize that you had no choice but to take the risk. That false perception that a job gives you, that you can ignore the inner turmoil within you that is telling you to move on and this is not for you anymore, or within a relationship that's telling you this relationship is not for you anymore. You can ignore it all you want, but eventually you're gonna be able to be forced to move on from it, or you can do it willingly. And if you're able to trust yourself, trust your gut feeling, and beyond that, trust the higher source of power, that better things are in store for you, that this gut feeling is not exuding out of you for no reason, then you can make the necessary changes, take the risk. It might come with failure, it might come with pain, it might come with hardship, but that pain will turn into discernment. Those trials and tribulations will turn into lessons that you will look back on and say, thank God I did that. I was working at Walgreens for about 4 years, and I was always contemplating, should I leave? Should I get a new job? Should I do this? Should I do that? And once I finally was just able to lean on faith, my life completely changed. I live in this apartment that I really like. I exercise more consistently than I have ever done. Channel with I have another channel that has 100,000 subscribers. I'm working on another business venture. I'm working on creative routes that are gonna bring me more fulfillment. And this isn't to brag, it's more to shine a light that risk that you believe you're taking by leaving the bare minimum is not a risk. It's inevitable, and it's your choice whether you want to make the decision or you want to let time do what you should have done. The faster you're able to recognize what's not in alignment with you and make the necessary adjustments to get in alignment, the faster you will be able to live your dream life. And that doesn't mean it'll come easy. It doesn't mean it'll come with grace. But that's a better life lived than being on your deathbed or being 80, 90, 100 and wondering what if. What if I took that leap of faith? Just look at how far you've come in life and how God has made all these turns and curves and all these pinpoints within your life to get to where you are right now. And a lot of times, the thing that we get confused about our goals and our desired life is that we need to take a straight route there. And that's not true. If you have a true vision for where you want to be in life and you're taking the necessary actions while having faith within yourself and a higher source, it's inevitable that it's going to happen. One thing you need to keep in mind is that you might take a detour. Look at it like Google Maps. When you're in a car and you want to get to your friend's house that you don't know the address of, maybe they moved and that's the first time you're visiting them, and you take the wrong turn. Google Maps is not gonna tell you took the wrong turn. You're never gonna get to your friend's house anymore. You gotta go home now. No, it's just gonna reroute you. It's gonna give you a different route. If you have to take a U-turn to get back to where you need to go, it'll tell you that. It's not gonna take the time to yell at you. It's not gonna mock you for your failure. It's not gonna tell you, why did you miss that turn you're supposed to take? Why'd you miss the exit? It's just gonna give you a detour, and you're still gonna get to exactly where you need to go. It might take longer. It might be a shorter route, but you're gonna get there. And the most important thing is believing in this scenario, the GPS would be the higher source. You're just steering the wheel, having faith that you're gonna get there. I know I've been feeling like I kind of rambled on in this video, but I just want to remind you that whatever you're going through, whatever situation you have right now, it's not going to last forever. Whether good or bad. Change is the only constant in this life. Whether you like it or not, change is the only constant in this life. Things are constantly changing, and once you begin to accept that and begin to maneuver life through that, begin to make the changes and not let the changes happen to you, that's when you will create your dream life. That's when you will continue to grow. That's all I got for y'all. Yeah, that's all I got for y'all. Whatever you're going through, don't let that define you. You're stronger than they believe. You're stronger than you believe. You're going to get through it.